Hello everyone, this is Hakaym and welcome back to some more World of Warships, and yes, I'm back. Um, Honestly, I haven't played that much World of Warships, so I didn't really have videos to show you, but I do have a decent video for you guys today. This is in the Implacable. Yes, I know, I already can hear the comments. And we are playing on the new map that was obviously recently released with the update of 8.6. And this is Crash Zone Alpha. So I can't really say from how it looks like from, obviously, from ships on the actual ocean. But I am joined with Ski in the Richelieu and Udachi in the new Tier 8 Premium French cruiser, the Bayard. And yeah, so this battle is pretty good, pretty exciting. It's pretty much gonna come to the end. Right now, all I'm doing is spotting, kind of beneficial. Really haven't done a lot in damage. The Shikaku is definitely getting in there and getting some hits in on our friendly French destroyer. Yes, we actually have a French destroyer on this battle. So the island, this map, in a lot of ways, is very cruiser friendly and destroyer friendly even, because there are many islands. They're, for the most part, a little bit lower in size and height, as well as there are valleys in between certain sections, so it does allow cruisers, especially cruisers with lighter arcing or slower velocity, higher arcing shells, to get actually over islands. Gonna go ahead and drop on this Algerie. Almost kind of messed up there. Get a decent hit there. Went ahead and retreated back my planes. Don't think I can get a lot of damage. There is only one destroyer on each team, and the enemy team has, I believe it is the. Let's actually take a look. It's the Kagero. I couldn't remember what the tier 8 was. It was the Kagero. So they do have a fairly stealthy ship, and we're probably going to be seeing it a little bit later. Now, starting off, the map zone does have 4 caps. It has A and B. They're automatically captured for each team, and then they have an open cap for C and D. Now, our team, except for maybe the West, but even the West, our team is very hesitant to push forward, to say the very least. They don't really seem like they really want to get in there to do much, but does look at least like the French destroyer does get some torpedoes off, including my own. I'm using the island for my benefit. Allows me to get a lot closer without taking as much damage. North Carolina takes a pretty big hit from that French destroyer, takes another torpedo in the butt. In the stern, technically, yes. But do manage to get a hit. Get some damage, but not all that impressive. Do switch back over to the rocket planes. And I'm trying to think exactly as to why. I think right now I want to try to at least find that destroyer. We do know that he's at least in D at the moment. Now, the enemy team has managed to capture D. We've yet to actually capture anything. Ismail is trying its very best, but obviously it does have an issue with the CV. I am going to try to at least assist with that as much as possible. But unfortunately, obviously, these are rocket planes and they do have a limit on their boost capabilities. But I am going to at least drop my fighters. Probably should have dropped them a little bit further ahead, but we should be able to shoot down some planes. Now, definitely our team's not having the best of luck as far as having map control. There is just a huge factor that our team is kind of very hesitant trying to find this position, but it's also a new map, so it's generally a little bit difficult to kind of gauge where you need to be until you really get the opportunity to play it. Granted, you probably could go into the training mode and actually do it that way, but actually I don't know that many people that do it. Probably people who are really wanting to get good at this game. Well, So obviously we know where the Kagero is. Expecting Kagero to continue pushing towards C, but misjudged that drop. Here I think I spent a little bit too much time trying to hassle this Kagero. That's the only, I guess, benefit for at least the Kagero is it has a very low air detectability. It's only 2.5. So by the time we actually detect it, it's going to be way too late for me to actually get my rocket planes down. Once again, protecting the Ismail. Unfortunately, the fighters do take a moment for them to lock onto the torpedo planes. However, unfortunately for Ismail, is going to get focused down by the Shikaku. But at least we get some planes shot down. But we have lost our Ismail to the Lenin that is starting to push down. Once again, I think I'm spending way too much time here. Would like to get rid of the Kagero, but the Kagero is just so stealthy that it's definitely a lot more difficult. But instead, I'm going to focus on just dropping off the turrets, get some damage, get some possible fires, which RNG blesses me there. Now I am going to start pushing in towards the western side because our team actually has managed to have full control of the western flank. However, there is still the Bayard, which is kind of the issue for our friendlies over there. Unfortunately, I can't see the health on them. I'm kind of curious how much health they actually have. But the main issue is the fact that they're not really able to do much against that Bayard right here and then, because it's such a fast cruiser. It does take quite a bit of skill and a little bit of luck, somewhat more luck than you would love, but it is going to take a little bit more skill to actually land hits on that ship. So it does take our team a very long time to actually react, pushing out eastward. Ski is doing his very best as far as actually trying to deal with the enemy team starting to push down. Does apparently piss off the, I think, Bismarck player. But the Lenin is very susceptible. We're going to try to at least definitely focus him because he doesn't really have a lot of support. He does have that Tirpitz, but that Tirpitz is on the other side. Gonna, once again, just try to spread out damage, try to be a good CV player. Do get a flooding on that Lenin. He does obviously have that very quick repair party. And somehow this Bismarck lives for far longer than I anticipated, which is really, really surprising. Lenin is flooding. Gonna come back in for another drop. This is gonna be my last drop with my torp planes. Lenin does take out one of our Bismarcks, who I think was on the A cap, which is surprising. But the fact that we actually have managed to capture A is definitely helping us. Is starting to bring us back more points. Do bring out my wonderful little dive bombers, and right now the teams are fairly even on ships. As I say that, we actually managed to take out the Tirpitz, but the Tirpitz does get torpedoes off on the Bismarck. Is causing severe damage. Fortunately, it doesn't look like it causing flooding as far as I can tell. It does look like the Bismarck is repairing, which is really super nice, but he is obviously outnumbered compared to the Lenin, which has plenty of backup with the benefit of the Bismarck, New Mexico, and Mogami. So that is really beneficial. Do get some planes off, manage a fire, which is really nice. Gonna try to get it back around. If we can get rid of this Lenin, that is going to help our team immensely, especially with points, because we are down a ship now, and we're probably gonna need to try to keep them from capturing C. Get another fire, really beneficial. Now I am kind of skirting death here because I do get a little bit too close. The Lenin is actually gonna spot me before I can actually get in cover behind the island, but I don't think anyone's actually gonna shoot me. Memory serves me. Ooh, nice hit on the Lenin. That just came from Ski Ball. It does get a very, very nice hit. If we can focus down this Lenin, that would be really beneficial. Here I misjudged my drop because He's actually spinning up and is going to outspeed the last torpedo, the torpedo on the right-hand side when it was dropped. Get another drop, and this should be the killing blow against the Lenin. And that should definitely help our team. Probably gonna, let's see, there we go, got the kill. And things are looking somewhat good for us. We're still down a ship. We're gonna lose our galley here fairly quickly. I say it looks good, it's fairly relative, but fortunately we still have A and B, while the enemy team only has D. So that is playing in our favor. But as you can see, it's starting to become slightly dangerous for my position. Because the Kagero has actually managed to take out the galley. Our French destroyer is trying its very best to try to assist. We still have a North Carolina, we still have the Boise, and we still have Ski and the Richelieu. So once again, I'm going to try to at least spread out my damage. And there is the bear. Look at that, 400 points of health. That is going to be something I need to focus on. I am actually going to quickly switch back over to my rocket planes, but I'm going to try to get in a position where I can get out of here. Because if, say, a destroyer and a cruiser decide to push between A and B, I'm pretty much in a pickle. But right now, my main focus is to get rid of that Bayard Dewdrop planes just to try to protect my French destroyer. So he lasts for a little bit longer. Obviously, French destroyer does not have any smoke capabilities, so it's very much at the mercy of any CVs that try to go near it. And once again, trying to be a good CV player here and try to drop those fighters. But obviously, those fighters take a moment for it to lock on, but when it does, it really does chew up on those planes. Kind of the unfortunate thing about the fighters. Obviously, it does take a moment for them to actually work. Unfortunately, we have just lost our Boise, and now it is essentially 3-7 right now. Bayard very low in health. One good hit from the rocket planes should do it. There we go. There's our first kill, our second kill of the game. I was willing to sacrifice those rocket planes. Definitely want to get rid of that. That has evened up the points. Enemy team have full control of C. Our wonderful French destroyer does manage to get the torp drops on that Bismarck. And he's very much in a dangerous place, as well as I am, because now the Kagero and Megami are starting coming around. Do switch targets because Ski is at least focusing on the New Mexico. If I can at least focus on the Megami, that would be nice, but it does take a little bit long for them to get turned around. Gonna at least get dropped in, maybe get at least a torpedo hit. But we have lost our French destroyer, and all that's left on our team is myself and Ski and the Richelieu. And as you can see in chat, the Richelieu is very upset. And this is where things are very dangerous, but very abusing. So I am trying to pull away. I probably could have just reversed, truth be told. Gonna try to focus the Kagero. Fortunately, finally can actually see him, because he is shooting. But unfortunately, I am going to run right into these fighter planes, hoping to get a drop off, maybe do some extra damage, but it takes too long, and I'm gonna lose all these planes. So right now, my very best option is try to run away as quickly as possible. Now, Ski has managed to take out the New Mexico, is focusing down the Helena. Kagero has the possibility of torping me, but fortunately, he got a little happy with his torpedoes and thought I would just move that way. Don't really know. Switch back over to the rocket planes. Honestly, probably should have switched over to the Megami, because the Megami is by far the more major threat, especially with the fact that the Kagero has managed to completely miss his torpedoes. And this is where it's a little confusing. That Megami, truth be told, should chew me up very quickly. And I just now realize how low on health Ski does manage to get high caliber. He's being bombarded by the Shikaku. Fortunately, Richelieu actually has really good AA, so that's gonna at least kind of help prevent that Richelieu from doing too much damage. Now the Kagero wisely decides to move into A. Not a bad idea. Especially since they are in a ship lead, as well as they were in a cap lead for some time. But obviously, Ski is now focusing down, taking out the C cap. Do get a flooding on that Confederate, really hoping Ski can at least finish off this Megami. But once again, I really don't know what this Megami is doing. If I was this Megami, I would get behind the island, which, good position. And then just start bombarding the carrier with shells. Like, he waited so long to shoot. He could have been shooting that almost the entire time, and he's firing. Was that AP? Seriously, was that AP that Megami just shot me? I really don't know. Get another flooding, another torpedo. And once again, the Megami should really just chew me up with its HE, but he's not shooting. He's just now is opening up. And I know the Megami has not a terrible reload time, but it's not particularly great. So I really don't know why it's taking him so long. Fortunately, Ski misses the shot because he misinterpreted the fact that Megami is actually flooding. Get another fire, get a defended base capture. And keep in mind, the enemy team was actually ahead 4 ships. And somehow, even though I am currently being detected by the Megami, who just completely whiffed that shot, Megami is now dead. All that's left on the enemy team is their carrier and the destroyer versus our Richelieu and our Implacable. And the enemy team have 3 caps to our 1. We are ahead about 50 points. And there's about 2 minutes and 15 seconds left on the map. Ski is requesting assistance from planes. Gonna try to get over there. Try to drop some planes. Try to assist them. But it does look like the Shikaku is actually kind of running out of planes right now. So it is limiting his damage potential at the moment. So I do tell Ski to move towards C. I'm actually going to move back towards A. And this is where things get really exciting. And I already can hear from all the destroyer players how much they're going to hate this. So right now I have my torpedo planes, and there is the enemy Kagero running away, was trying to get torps off, and I launched my torpedoes very close to him, well within the safe zone of the army of the torpedoes, and managed to actually get a hit on the Kagero. And watch this. So Kagero probably has repaired, coming in for a drop, and yeah, that is a good night, Kagero. That has brought us ahead in points, 742 points to 700, and there is a minute left. This is where things are very, very close. So, enemy team with 3 caps, they get 4 points every 3 seconds, I believe. And there is about 40 seconds left, something like this. But somehow the enemy team, even with all the caps they have and near points advantage, we're going to be able to maybe win this? Question mark. Drop on Rish. Not a bad idea. If the carrier could have focused down Ski, would have won them the game. But somehow, with the fact that Ski does manage to step on C and the time is starting to expire, we actually win this game, which is amazing. Unfortunately, I didn't get the first screenshot, so I can't say exactly how much was fully done. I believe the damage was up in the 140k. I will pop it on the screen, whether or not what the actual damage was. But overall, very close game. Really came down to the wire. Fortunately, we were able to pull it back, which is really, really fun. I love close games. I love close games. They're a lot of fun. And yes, I know it's a carrier replay. I know a lot of people have their thoughts on that. But anyway, overall, a lot of the damage was spread around. Here we can actually see the damage. 135. Okay, 135. I was giving myself a little bit too much credit, I guess. So 135,659 points of damage. Our bombs did around 12,000. Torpedoes did around 56. Rockets did around 27. Fires and floods, 39 total. 26 on fires and 12,943 on flood. Did manage to get 3 kills. Took out the Lennon, Kagero, and Bayard. Kind of stole that one, but it was kind of needed. I was the only one that was really capable of doing that. But anyways, that's going to be it for this replay. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, hit the like and subscribe button. You guys have a great and fantastic day. Zaijian.